Welcome to English for Professional Mechanical Engineers. My name is Huang Dong-Yong. I'm going to talk about technical report writing, elements and standards, part 1 in this video clip. I'll begin with the outline of this unit. The importance of writing. Then, technical report layout, which includes front matter, text, and back matter. Tips for writing and references. This topic is a little lengthy, hence I divide this unit into 2 parts, so you may have a short break in between. The first part I'll talk about in part 1 is highlighted in boldface, while the rest will be covered in part 2. Let's get started with the importance of writing. Engineers perform technical writing to communicate pertinent information that is needed by upper management to make intelligent decisions that will affect a company's future. Now, let's proceed to technical report layout. Before we talk about the layout and format of technical reports, let's think about the layout and format of a newspaper as an analogy. The goal of any newspaper is readability, and most publications follow a modular layout for their text, graphics, and images. For example, stock market information is found in a specific location in the newspaper USA Today, and is presented in a table format. Likewise, a technical report follows a specific layout and format as specified by the American National Standards Institute, ANSI. A technical report is made up of 3 major parts: front matter, body, and back matter. We'll save front matter and back matters for part 2. Now we are going to talk about the main body text in part 1. The text is the part of a technical report in which the author describes the methods, assumptions, and procedures, presents and discusses the results, draws conclusions, and recommends actions based on the results. In addition to the aforementioned contents, it is desired to include summary and introduction in the beginning, and the references in the end. Now let's check the details about the section in the text. The section summary clearly states the key points of the report, including the problem under investigation, method of investigation, principal results and conclusions, and recommends a course of action for decision makers. Introductory materials such as purpose, scope, and limitations, descriptive material about the nature and method of investigation, and the most important results and conclusions are summarized, with emphasis on the findings of the research. Because the summary restates key points, material not included in the text does not appear in the summary. Also, a summary does not contain references. Next, the introduction section. It prepares the reader to read the main body of the report. This page focuses on the subject, purpose, and scope of the report. I'm going to address them in the next slide. Subject: define the topic and associated terminology. May include theory, historical background, and its significance. Purpose: indicates the reason for the investigation, and scope indicates the extent and limits of the investigation. The following section is methods, assumptions, and procedures used in the investigation. They are described so the reader could duplicate the procedures of the investigation. Information in this section includes system of measurement, types of equipment used and accuracy, and test methods used. And I'm going to address them in the next slide. Methods start with how did you discover the problem? Then detail with what measuring tools were used and what measurement system was used. Assumptions state what do you think but cannot substantiate as fact. And procedures address about how you deal with the problem, step by step. Now let's proceed to the results and discussion section. It describes what you learned about the problem as a result of your research. Identify the degree of accuracy related to your findings and give the reader your view of the significance of your findings. Here, results show what you learned about the problem through your research, and discussion informs people of how accurate your findings are and what is the significance of the results of the research. Following results and discussion is conclusion. Now, we are close to the end of text body. Conclusion: restate the results, including what are the factual findings that resulted from your research, and what are you implying as a result of these findings. Then concluding remarks are given. They may be your opinions based on the findings and results. After conclusion, if possible, the author may recommend additional areas of study, such as, is there information that still needs to be learned? And suggest a course of action, such as pursuing an alternate denial approach. In a later case, you can think about what does the author want the reader to do with the information. Finally, we have the next session references. It is the place where the author cites all of the second research sources that were used to develop an understanding of the problem or support the information contained in the report. That's all for part 1 of mechanical reports writing. Hope you have got some idea about it. Thank you for watching. Have a good time and see you in part 2.